China has suffered its most intense and sustained heat wave on record this summer, causing wildfires, power outages, and crop failures. The heat wave across much of northwest, central, and southeast China has lasted over 80 days and counting. Almost half of China has already been affected by the dire heat, the hottest since record-keeping began in 1961. Hundreds of temperature records have been broken, and the heat has exacerbated the effects of low rainfall, drying up rivers and reservoirs across the country. Let's take a look at coverage from CBS's foreign correspondent Rami Inocencio on the current state of the climate crisis in China.
Summer is the rainy season for China's southwest, but dry, cracking riverbeds like this across the 4,000-mile Yangtze River question that fact. China's biggest freshwater lake, the parched Poyang, has shrunk by 75%. That change clear in these satellite images taken in August of last year and now.
They're calling it the worst in recorded history for Sichuan.
David Fishman is an energy expert in Shanghai.
Talk to me about how frequency of droughts is changing in China.
We see these events not happening once every 60 years anymore, maybe once every 15 years, maybe once every 10 years.
The heat is scorching my sweet potatoes to death, says this farmer, and many factories have been shutting down from a lack of hydropower. Volkswagen, Toyota, and Foxconn, which makes parts for Apple, have shortened or ceased production. Government officials are doing what they can, from seeding the clouds to force rain down, to releasing water from the world's biggest dam, the Three Gorges, and to switching off the lights in Shanghai to save power. But it will not be enough. China's heat wave and drought are forecast to continue through the end of this month, with their frequency only surging in the future.
Chinese authorities have consistently attributed the current heat wave and drought to climate change. The Chinese government has categorized the country as a sensitive region in global climate change. While it has committed to becoming carbon neutral by 2060, it has turned to cold during the recent global energy crisis. With a reduction in rainfall flowing into the Yangtze River, water levels in hydroelectric power reservoirs have dropped, curtailing energy production. Officials began to enforce rolling blackouts in mid-August, first in Sichuan. The impacts on business have varied depending on the shortage and the industries in given regions, but widespread factory shutdowns have ensued. Scorching temperatures have disrupted crop growth and are threatening livestock. When coupled with the factory closures, China's unprecedented heat wave will undoubtedly lead to global chain supply issues in the near future. Chinese citizens are seeking refuge from the intense temperatures in caves, according to multiple videos that have surfaced during the heat wave. Take a look at some of the footage coming out of China released on Twitter late last week. Temporary but unreliable relief may be in sight for China soon. Rain across central China this week is expected, but weather agencies are now warning of potential floods. Analysts say the energy crisis exacerbated by the months-long drought is not over. According to China's meteorological agencies, moderate to heavy falls are expected from southern Gansu down to Yunnan and across the drought-stricken Sichuan basin, bringing a risk of flash floods. The effect of climate change are being felt across the globe, but it would make sense for people of all nationalities to pay closer attention to the unraveling crisis China is currently facing. Thank you for watching Raw Story TV. Please be sure to visit us at rawstory.com, stay informed, and tap below to take action by liking, subscribing, and joining all those who like their news raw.